Imagine waking up one day and realizing something is wrong. You didn't spend more, you didn't change your lifestyle, but somehow everything got more expensive. Groceries, rent, fuel, even the small things you barely notice. And your money? It feels like it's shrinking. Now here's the uncomfortable question. What if this isn't a mistake? What if inflation isn't just something that happens, but something that is quietly built into the system itself? Because once you understand how inflation actually works, you start to see it differently, not as a random problem, but as a predictable outcome. Most people are told a simple story about inflation. Prices go up because demand increases, or because supply goes down, or because something goes wrong in the economy. And yes, sometimes that's true. But that explanation is incomplete, because inflation doesn't just appear during crises. It happens consistently, year after year, even in stable economies, even when nothing dramatic is happening. Which leads to a deeper question. If inflation keeps happening, who benefits from it? And more importantly, who is actually paying for it? To understand this, you need to look at something most people never think about: money creation. Because inflation doesn't start in supermarkets or gas stations. It starts much earlier, at the level of governments and central banks. Every modern economy runs on a system where money can be created, not printed physically, but created digitally. When central banks increase the money supply, more currency enters the system. And when more money chases the same amount of goods, prices rise. That's inflation. But here's where things get interesting. That process is not accidental. It's part of how the system is designed to function. Let's go back for a moment. In 1971, the United States abandoned the gold standard. Before that, money was tied to gold. There was a limit to how much could be created. After that, money became something else entirely. It became flexible. Governments could now expand the money supply when needed. And at first, this seemed like a good idea. More money meant more spending. More spending meant economic growth, and growth meant stability. But over time, something changed. Money creation became easier and more frequent. During recessions, governments printed money to stimulate the economy. During crises, they printed even more. In 2008, after the financial crisis, trillions of dollars were injected into the system. In 2020, during the pandemic, even more money was created at an unprecedented scale. Stimulus checks, business support, market interventions, all of it is funded by expanding the money supply. And at first, it worked. The economy stabilized, markets recovered. But then something else happened. Prices started rising, not immediately, but gradually, and then suddenly. Here's where most people don't realize. When new money is created, it doesn't affect everyone equally. The first people to receive that money benefit the most. Governments, banks, large institutions, they get access to fresh money before prices fully adjust. By the time that money reaches ordinary people, prices have already started rising, which means your purchasing power decreases. You're paying more for the same things. This effect is sometimes called the hidden tax of inflation, because unlike normal taxes, you don't see it clearly. There's no bill, no statement, just higher prices and lower value in your savings. Over time, this creates a slow transfer of wealth from savers to borrowers, from the general public to the financial system. And that's why inflation isn't just an economic issue, it's a structural feature of the system. Now zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Modern economies rely on growth. Growth requires spending. Spending requires money, and money often requires expansion. If the money supply stops growing, economic activity can slow down, unemployment can rise, markets can fall. So policymakers face a constant trade-off: allow inflation or risk economic slowdown. And most of the time, they choose inflation. Not extreme inflation, but steady, controlled inflation, because in small amounts, it keeps the system moving, but over long periods of time, it quietly reduces the value of money. So here's the question: if inflation is built into the system, is it a necessary tool, or is it a hidden cost that most people are forced to carry? Because the next time prices go up, it might not just be the economy, it might be the system working exactly as designed. And I'm curious what you think. Do you believe inflation is necessary for growth? Or do you think it's a system that benefits a few while everyone else pays the price? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to understand how money is actually created in the modern economy, watch the next video, because that's where this story really begins.